Hello, Chuck.
Hey, William, how's it going?
Good, good, good.
I can't tell you how much of a good time I had the other night when I went to the Hulk screening.
That's great to hear.
You know, it was just a great action film. There's a nice blend of comedy, and I honestly didn't expect it to be because I was a big fan of the first one, but not like wowed by it. And I was a little bit concerned about why they were remaking one. But then when I saw that Ed Norton and yourself were involved, I kept thinking, wow, these two quality actors are in this production. There must be something about this. So what was it about it that first grabbed you that wanted to make you a part of this?
Well, I was a fan of the first one too. But I was a bigger fan of the comic when I was a kid, and absolutely galvanized by it and loved it. Loved the themes, loved the characters. It meant a lot to me. So when the chance to be part of it in any way came up, I was ready. I jumped right away.
Thunderbolt Ross, obviously, as an actor, is that a great thing for you to going into a character that already has a backstory?
Yeah, no, this is luscious stuff for an actor. I mean, this is great. You know, you get to really pull out the stops. You know, you can do one of the things, thanks to Kevin Feige, who was there from Marvel. He got behind me. I really wanted to take that leap. I mean, obviously, I don't have my helmet today, and I don't have the mustache.
Yeah.
This is
or
me.
the scars on your face.
No. I was able to really take a leap with it in terms of fulfilling the character and the imagery that I'd gotten from when I was young. And also, my son, one of my sons that helped me a lot, he turned out to be much more aware and educated in Hulk than I will ever be. And I asked him if he could drop me a few notes. He sent me this 3-page single-spaced outline of Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross that I used throughout.
Now, are you a little bit worried now because you have somebody critically looking at this performance?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm a little worried about his credit. One other son has seen it. He liked it, so I'm okay. 33 1/3% of my sons has said okay so far, so I have to get the reviews from the ones who haven't seen it yet.
Okay, now that you've spent a little bit of time inside Thaddeus's mind here in this creation of it, do you think he's misunderstood? Because here's a guy that just messed up his whole family, his career several times.
I think a lot about Thaddeus is completely understandable. I think if you look at what we demand of soldiers, and you look at the sacrifices that they make, how under those circumstances, battle and losing your best friends and seeing such inexpressible mayhem, could you emerge with your sanity? I mean, that is the biggest problem with war, is not just the pain and suffering that it causes on the day, but the pain and suffering that is the legacy of war. And I see Thunderbolt as being a lot about that, about the warping of his compassion as a human being, and the odd and wonderful irony that Stan Lee wrote into the comic is this juxtaposition between Ross, who's authorized as the wisdom, the arm of society, and this so-called monster in whose hide there lurks a wonderful conscience, one that's better able to take care of Thaddeus' daughter than Thaddeus himself.
You've had so many different work environments, from theater to small budget productions to big budget. What is the work environment on a big superhero movie?
It was completely surprising to go to work in a large and potentially intimidating production and find such a space of freedom at its nucleus, which is what Marvel and Louis Leterrier, the director, created for us. So I was delighted by that. I was intimidated initially by the size of the production, and if it hadn't been for them, I don't think I would have found the sense of freedom to connect with my instincts as anywhere near as readily.
We all know that, of course, the Hulk is CGI; he's not there. But how did they deal with that on the set? I mean, were you just staring into space, or
no? Well, that I think is where responsible acting comes in. That you do find somehow the guts to say, wait a second, can we slow this juggernaut of a production down here? Exactly what am I seeing here, and how can we help create it in some way here so that I'm actually so that my character is actually seeing something and responding to it rather than, projecting just generalized images, which I think would take the life right out of the project.
I thought this was a great film. Congratulations on another fine piece of work.
Thank you very much.